Alan, tell us about the story for The Kill Room.
Yeah, so the Kill Room, first of all, the Kill Room is based on a far-fetched plot that can never happen in real life. Um, Uma Thurman there plays an art dealer who's running on some hard times, and Samuel L. Jackson plays a low-level mobster who needs to launder money, and so he gets Joe Manganiello's character, a hitman, to create art. Then he gives it to Uma Thurman's character. I'm sorry, I don't have names here. Um, she sells it back to Samuel L. Jackson, who gives her money, and that's kind of a legitimate way of laundering money. And again, this couldn't happen in real life, where some non-artist would create art and then sell it for millions of dollars to the mob in order to launder it. But beyond that, so that's the scheme that's going on. The thing is that Joe Manganiello's character, the Bagman, his artwork is gaining attention because Uma Thurman's assistant is leaking that this artwork is selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so now everybody in the art world wants to own a Bagman. And the Bagman now is in a way forced to just start creating art for art's sake and becoming rich off of that. And so and because the mob's involved, this is where things get complicated. And because the guy's a hitman, this is where things get complicated. And that's pretty much how the movie plays out from there. Yeah, this is one of those where the story, I think, is elevated by the fact that you have three great actors in it. But there's not I don't know. I just found myself not loving the story, and I think it leans a little bit too much into the art side of things rather than to the mob side of things. And so I'm kind of, I think I appreciate the performances. It's just one of those movies that, you just go to the theater just because you want to buy some popcorn and watch a movie. Because there's nothing really fundamentally wrong about it, but there's nothing great about it, which is something you kind of hope when you watch Uma Thurman and Samuel L. Jackson on screen together. So that's my feelings about The Kill Room. How about you, Chris?
I felt exactly the same way. I thought it was okay. I think a lot of weaknesses are in the script and the tone. So I love Uma Thurman, love Sam Jackson, and I love this idea of Joe Manganiello, who's a hitman, expressing his art through the murders. So it's like he murders people. It reminded me almost of Little Shop of Horrors, in the sense that Uma Thurman's character Patrice has this realization, like, oh my God, like the art tells you something about a person, and the art is telling the world, I'm killing people with my art. So he does these art pieces, but it's like she sees that he's murdering because she just has this realization that she throws up in one of the bags in that reveal. I just felt that the movie felt a little flat to me. It felt like a little paint by the numbers. I think the weakness is really in the script, but the cast is the thing that's going to sell this movie. I've always loved Joe Manganiello.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. It's too bad that he never got to kind of take off in the DC universe. He was supposed to be, a villain in the DC, the Snyderverse, so to speak. And Uma Thurman, God, she looks so good in this film. And Sam Jackson is always great. So you got this great cast, but they really just didn't elevate it against a weak script. And then I felt the tone of the movie kind of plays it like almost like just goofy. And you've got like Uma Thurman with these rival galleries. There are all these rival galleries that are kind of going after her. And that gets just sort of ridiculous. So,
I'll correct you. This cast does elevate a weak script.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But they can't. This shows that why these actors get work is because they can take a piece of a script that's fairly average and just elevate it. But there's a limit. There's a limit to how far you can take it.
Right, but even they couldn't save it. I mean, I'm being honest. They couldn't.
Well, he did a better job with this than Secret Invasion. Let's be real.
Yeah. Well, there you are. So, I'll just say this. I can't really recommend The Kill Room. Alan?
If you can see it for cheap.
All right. A non-recommendation from me. Alan is a
Mild.
catch it if you want
Very
to eat popcorn in a dark place.